Welcome to National Focus. I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Coming up, fencing material for the Douglas Charles Airport arrives from Trinidad. The Environmental Health Department warns against mosquito breeding, and Dominica to host the Yachtie Appreciation Week 2016. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this. Thanks for staying with us. Dominica continues to receive assistance for the restoration of the Douglas Charles Airport following the devastation caused by Tropical Storm Erica last year. On Wednesday, fencing material arrived at the Woodbridge Bay Port aboard a Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard vessel. Benoit Badwil is the General Manager of the Dominica Air and Seaport Authority.
We have the Coast Guard from Trinidad, which has brought in some materials, fencing material for the Douglas Charles Airport. As you know, after Tropical Storm Erica, we had severe damage on our fencing material because of the flooding of the river. And the government of Trinidad and Tobago has made it possible through the governor of Dominica to provide the fencing material for Douglas Charles. And they are moving that through the Coast Guard vessel that they have here in port today. And they also earlier brought in 1,800 bags of cement. And so that will go a very, very long way in terms of assisting Dominica in the rebuilding effort, especially as it relates to Douglas Charles Airport.
Bad will explain to GIS News the process made at the airport following the flood damage caused by Tropical Storm Erica.
We have been able to resume traffic, as you know, very early on in September. 15th, traffic started, and then we have moved on to turn on the lights for night activity, and that has happened in December. And the next phase is that we're doing the fencing, and there's also work to be done in relation to the infrastructure works, that is, the works to be done in terms of the apron, the taxiway, the runway threshold areas, or the drainage areas, and we have to do the roadways. So there's quite a bit of work to be done. So we will seek to do that over a period of 5 to 6 months, and we're hoping that through interim levels we can do some work to accommodate for larger aircrafts like a Amerijet to come in without any difficulty.
Today, Wednesday, January 6, marks the 12th anniversary of the death of a former Prime Minister, Pierre. The former parliamentary representative for the Grand Bay constituency served as Prime Minister of Dominica from October 3, 2000 to January 6, 2004. He will be remembered for making difficult decisions in an effort to breathe life into an ailing economy. The structural adjustments he introduced resulted in a renewed confidence of international financial institutions and governments around the world. As a result, Dominica began to benefit from concessionary financing and debt restructuring, lifting the country out of financial crisis. The Pierre Charles Foundation, Inc. was launched on January 6, 2015 in his honor. The foundation has since then adopted a preschool in Grand Bay, provided support to the Grand Bay Cadet Corps, and the development and promotion of sports in Grand Bay. More information on the foundation can be found on www.pierrecharlesfoundation.com. In more news, in its ongoing efforts to develop the yachting industry in Dominica, the Ministry of Tourism is collaborating with the Dominica Marine Association, the Portsmouth Association of Yacht Security, and Offshore Passage Opportunities to hold a Yachtie Appreciation Week. The Honorable Minister for Tourism, Robert Tong, in his address at the start of the consultation on Wednesday, explained that one of the aspects critical to the yachting sector is security.
The Ministry of Tourism is really excited and happy to be part of this event, and also this thrust forward in terms of promoting and enhancing our yachting sector. The yachting sector has a tremendous amount of potential, and as we mentioned a couple months ago with the ambassador from Brussels, Len Ishmael, you have over 4,000 yachts in between Guadeloupe and Martinique that we can use to bring persons into Dominica. But obviously you either need a marina or you need mooring so that persons can anchor. An individual on a yacht wants to come to the country and be able to anchor their yacht and know that their yacht is safe first of all, safe from not going on shore, then the yacht is out at sea because the anchor broke loose. And secondly, that there's security to ensure that their vessels and their possessions are safe. Some of these yachties have sold their properties and they've invested into the said boat. So that is their life savings. So obviously it's extremely important to us. And Pierre and also the Dominica Marine Association has been doing an excellent job in Dominica in ensuring that persons who are in the Portsmouth area and also those in the Newtown area, there is security, 24-hour security in those areas to ensure that the yachties feel safe when they leave their vessels. And as you know, one bad story, one negative story goes a long way. So it's very important for us to continue doing a fantastic job at that.
The Honourable Minister thanked offshore passage opportunities for the moorings, which he believes are critical to the development of yachting in Dominica.
You need as many moorings as possible to welcome these persons when they come to Dominica, and that is exactly what Hank has done in terms of not just him but also his members of his association who have seen it fit to provide and donate the moorings to Dominica. So the Ministry of Tourism has actually done 4 of them. His organization has donated 6 of them and all the lines to make it possible. So his organization has donated 50 of the mooring balls and tackle. The great thing is that is actually worth over $15,000 US. So as you can see, the yachties are more in tune with what Dominica has to offer, and you could say in a sense because they spend more time in the country, they end up caring more about the country, and as a result you've seen that every individual member has done some form, whether they've done the full amount or whether a partial amount. I really wanted to say thank you very much to Hank and his members for making that amazing donation, and they are also working with us to have this Yachtie Appreciation Week. It'll be the first one for Dominica, and the intention is to build on it and to make it better year in, year out, and working with Pierre and also the Dominica Water Sports Association. I think in 2015 we had about 7,600 yachty visitors, and the intention is to try to double that number in the next 5 years. Again, with the help of all persons, I think we can even do better than that once we have all the necessary moorings in place, and hopefully at some point when the numbers get better, we can have a proper marina in different areas.
Owner of the yacht organization Offshore Passage Opportunities, Hank Schmidt, in his address at the opening of the consultation on Wednesday, says there are many advantages of getting involved in the yachting sector.
I first discovered Dominica about 8 or 10 years ago, just on a planned journey of many of the islands in the Caribbean, and liked it so much the next year we planned 3 separate trips to come here. And since then we've been making 2 or 3 trips every year to the harbor up in Portsmouth, Rupert's Bay, and they used to have a mooring field that was very nice to have because we would like to leave the boats and go touring around. But last year, coming through after the ARC rally from Europe, I stopped through Dominica and saw that a lot of the mooring balls were not there anymore. So we came up with the idea of wanting to donate the materials to put in a new mooring field.
He says that following the installation of the moors, a week of activities will be held to spread the word to the yachting community.
You can't just put in a mooring field and expect people to find out about it, just out of the sky. So what we've done is we're putting together a week celebration that we're calling Yachtie Appreciation Week in February, this year February 14th to the 21st, where we want other yachties to come and visit Dominica, take advantage of the new mooring field and tour the lovely island so they can see it and of course tell everybody else about the uniqueness of the island here.
GIS News will bring you more from that consultation in tomorrow's newscast. In more news, Chief Environmental Health Officer Anthony Scotland is admonishing the general public that the Department of Environmental Health holds the right to do whatever it takes to protect the health of the public. He was speaking with the GIS News on the subject of the Zika virus on Tuesday.
The mosquito regulation empowers the Ministry of Health to take action to reduce mosquito breeding around premises. And in this period of our surveillance, we also be stepping up and on taking more drastic actions on water drums especially, and containers that we find that they have non-economical value, low economical value, that are found to be breeding mosquito will be actually be dumped in the water, boring holes in this drum so that they become containers that it reduces the capacity to breed mosquito, and that is all in an effort to reduce the mosquito population.
A strong warning has been issued to negligent members of the public.
We have some chronic mosquito breeders that need to understand the action they are taking have implications for people's life. Because you see, one of these little female mosquito can actually send you to your grave. Because in the case of chikungunya, you had thousands of cases of chikungunya, and in the people didn't die in Dominica, but in some of these Latin American countries, there was thousands of deaths due to mosquito.
While the Environmental Health Department is holding its end to safeguard the island from a Zika outbreak, the general public is advised to pay a roll and report mosquito breeders and breeding sites to the authorities.
You have to become your own inspector, and you observe something around you. I mean, you might observe something within your neighborhood. You can contact your environmental health officer on the matter, or call head office on the matter so we can take action. So it's like people have to be vigilant. They have to be aware, because I'm telling you that most of the areas for mosquito breeder around your home, and that is, first of all, you have to become your own inspector to always be vigilant as to that you do not have the standing water around you that can harbor the breeding of these mosquitoes.
The Aedes aegypti mosquito, he adds, is a formidable vector.
The mosquito actually lays its eggs in dry containers. It doesn't need to have wet containers to lay its eggs. There's a mosquito that actually, if it sees a tire in the environment, it actually glue its eggs onto that tire. If you have drums exposed, it will glue its eggs onto the drum. So if you have even like you have sometimes animal feeding trough pans, you have that are just there, they actually just glue the eggs onto when you flood the water, the eggs will hatch within a 9-day period. 7 to 9 days you have adults.
This is why Scotland says solid waste management is a huge part of controlling mosquito breeding. Indiscriminate littering creates breeding sites for mosquitoes, especially the Aedes aegypti. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
It is time to break the silence. Child abuse is one secret you should not keep. For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Welcome back. Chief Environmental Health Officer Anthony Scotland has announced that the gastroenteritis outbreak has passed. Gastroenteritis is a condition that causes irritation and inflammation of the stomach and intestines. It is caused by eating food or drinking water contaminated by bacteria or virus. It also comes from improper hand washing, especially after using the toilet. Symptoms of gastroenteritis include vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, upset stomach, and stomach cramps. Immediately following Tropical Storm Erica, authorities reported a rise in the number of cases, 153 cases from August 28th. GIS News spoke with the Chief Environmental Health Officer Anthony Scotland on Tuesday.
From the data information that we have, it was viral infection, and it was more maybe linked to personal hygiene and food safety. But right now, with the situation more better under control, where you have more people have access to water, there have been improvement in the sanitation, around homes, and personal hygiene issues have also been improved. Thank God, we had a reduction in the number of cases of gastroenteritis.
In more news, many small businesses who suffered during Tropical Storm Erica have been getting back on their feet thanks to the efforts of the Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development. On Wednesday, January 6th, GIS News caught up with Minister Rosalind Paul.
We started with the more micro businesses like shopkeepers, vendors, who had estimated loss to the value of 15,000 or less. So far we have provided some assistance to some 71 micro businesses and to the tune of $144,371 so far. It is being done in a phased approach. So subsequently, we will try to deal with those with estimated loss above $15,000 using appropriate approaches and affordable approaches to the government.
Focus was placed first on heavily impacted areas.
We focused on the most affected areas like Kulibistri, Koliho, and those communities in the south. What one would appreciate is most of the communities in the south that were heavily struck, their estimated loss would be above 15,000.
She notes that the ministry will ensure that business is restored in Dominica and will continue to ensure that the economy is driven from small businesses. The minister says that so far the feedback has been exceptional.
The people have been appreciative of that small support because it came, some of them received that just before Christmas. They were able to restock their shops and then we will continue, as I said, to provide that kind of support.
The minister assures business owners that those not yet addressed are not forgotten.
The other areas which has not been supported, we will ensure that we can provide technical, financial, funding, probably soft loan type support to the people. So those who have not received assistance is because your estimated loss was above 15,000, and we are preparing to begin to consider those with such loss.
Honorable Paul says that the ministry is currently developing new measures to assist small business owners across the island.
We continue to have requests for the normal business assistance program that we have, and in this new year we will continue our normal programming. We've started what we call the rural based development centers. Some of these are ongoing in Siniku in the Kalinago territory, in Pebush and in Grand Bay. And so these will continue, as well as we'll be providing some. We have started working as well with a group of women in Dublin, Koliho, to establish a new RBDC, working with the women who were trained by the Ministry of Trade and Employment. So actually we are trying to push to have women, for example, in cottage type industries, and to do clustering and bringing people with some business interests together as well. So there are a number of new initiatives that are coming up to boost enterprise in Dominica.
And that's the English news, and next is Creole Highlights with McPherson St. Luce.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominique a tapé bon compliment pour bâtir un pont en délice. Parole ça là sorti du Parlement, honorable Peter Saint-Jean. Honorable Saint-Jean qui a aussi remercié Pep ou salam pour patience à yo pendant la communauté salante débranchée et puis Western Pierre pendant le temps Erika.
Mais c'est un grand jour pour nous et c'est avec plaisir nous qu'à remercier le gouvernement, nous qu'à remercier le ministre Public Works et aussi contracteur pour le travail là qu'ils ont fait. Et moi, je voulais, de manière spéciale, pour remercier Pep Delis et Botica, puisqu'il partait doux pour moi, qu'on parle, il partait aisé et il debout et puis moi, il encouragé nous et jour du jour, nous n'y fouille encouragement nous, qui encouragement yo ba moi. À moi, je veux dire un grand merci à tout le monde qui aide nous pour réponse à la bâti aujourd'hui là.
En d'autres nouvelles, au programme pour étudier l'école primaire, ça a créé Pierre Helpers Award, qui a formé par activité département pour empêcher l'abaissement de drogue, qui a conduit, qu'on a observé mois janvier comme mois pour mettre attention à cet abaissement de drogue. Parole celle-là sur le coordinateur département celle-là, Madame Jacinta Banes.
En activité, nous avons créé ça Pierre Helpers Award. Nous, pour 3 années, nous avons fait ça. Ça c'est un programme nous mettons à l'école là, primary school. So you can faire drug corner, you can faire marché anti-drug, you can faire leçon. So nous can faire workshop et puis tous les années et puis c'est tout maman ça you can vivre en plus lower grades pour aider enfants qui ont plus lower grades pour stand et puis comprendre sa drugs. So nous avons dit si enfants quoi que ça Pierre tout Pierre il va comprendre plus mais parce que moi de mener ba yo. Mais si mon l'âge yo, mon l'âge yo dit yo va comprendre ça plus mais so ça c'est pour toute activité nous pour l'année ça nous pas un grand rallye qu'on dans l'autre année. So ça nous mène dans l'année ça c'est community workshop et puis visiter pour preschool. So ça c'est programme là nous pour l'année ça.
Alors nouvelle General Manager de la School Bernard Etinov qui fait parole que toute communauté en Dominique ni de l'eau potable depuis coulter Erika bien dommagé système là. Etinov m'a fait parole qui a dans ce système ça c'est pas pour long ça c'est ça ou qui est temporaire. Il dit quand même de la School qui travaille pour tout système vivre en ordre tout de suite. Dernière l'occasion pour recevoir de l'eau c'est Girodel qui était tapé mauvais blast en Erika. Etinov aussi remercier tout le monde qui a assisté dans la School en n'importe manière. Et aussi remercier travail compagnie là pour dédication à eux. Et puis finalement, travail en premier Memorandum of Understanding et puis People's Republic of China pour Chimay West Coast à ce cadre pour Ministre Public Works. Parole celle-là sortie au Ministre Public Works, Honorable Ian Pinard.
Nous avons regardé l'assessment, tout bagaille, les Chinese là, t'es là, you're still là, you can quitter next week. Et puis Chinese, People's Republic of China fait une donation pour assister nous et puis West Coast Road là pour Guantas et puis you can garder toute bagaille nous avons un MOU nous avons signé et puis nous croyons l'année 9 ça qui va venir nous pouvons travailler aller chez ça.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson, Luce. Au revoir.
How to help save the ozone layer coming up next. Here's a simple tip you can use to reduce your carbon footprint. Window shop. If you have the urge to spend, try window shopping or at least browsing first. This helps to ensure that you're only buying things you really need, not what you want, and you're not just impulse buying. Remember, every item in a store, no matter how small, has a footprint. So if we are conscious consumers, we can reduce our own footprint, contributing less carbon dioxide to the environment and helping preserve our ozone layer. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kerdisha. Thanks for watching, and do join us again next time on National Focus.
Children, remember, adults should not ask you to keep secrets that make you feel uncomfortable.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.